Hello everyone and welcome to the Edmonds Racing Preview Show. Well, the boys are back after being rained out last week, so good to be back here at the perch at the Gold Coast Turf Club. And some exciting news, fellas. The stable's grown by one with young Jordan Edmonds giving birth to her second child.
Yeah, baby boy Hugo, born at about 4:15 last Tuesday morning. Not Tuesday gone, the Tuesday before. And everyone's healthy and beautiful baby, naturally.
Runs in the family.
Yes, but no, look, they both done well. You know, she had trouble with fairly, what would you call it, worrying time. You know, the whole pregnancy was a bit up in the air, so it's good that everything went smoothly.
Yeah, very good. Good news for the family. And Trent, you obviously beat her to the punch not long ago with your new arrival. Obviously, this is number 2 for her. But have you shared any new tips with her?
No.
She knows what she's doing.
She'll figure it all out again.
Well, congratulations to Jordan and Jean there. And yeah, it's obviously certainly given everyone something to smile about, given all the devastation and some of the images we've seen. So obviously thoughts are with everyone that has been affected by the flooding. Close at home, you guys, as far as the stable goes, everything was okay here? Horses were safe and well?
No, our stable's a great draining stable, so it's that well built, you know, and it handles anything actually. I'm pretty sure you get through a cyclone in there and nothing had happened. But anyway, it was good. But
hope we don't ever have to worry about that.
Yeah, touch wood.
Jeez.
You know, the tracks were, you know, they were testing, but still we were able to manage and get around them. So that was good, and you know, hopefully we're through the worst of it now.
Yeah, was going to ask that. So obviously you guys, it presents a bit of a challenge, even though everything was okay. But working, you're just trying to tick horses over and do what you can with the tracks, whatever is open.
Basically, yeah, that's pretty much it. We weren't too affected by it, whereas basically the whole southeastern corner was affected by it, but us to a lesser extent. Obviously, there's a lot of footage getting around of Eagle Farm being completely underwater, right up to the rail and whatnot, and flooding there. So. Those guys copped it, which was horrible, but we weren't that bad here, to be fair. Just a stack of rain, but the tracks held up well enough.
And obviously you've got treadmills, walkers, all those sort of things come into play.
Treadmill at times like this, huge asset.
Yeah, for sure.
Dry, fair surface.
Even surface.
You know, obviously you don't see them running time or bashing the stopwatch or anything, but then you just trust your eye that the work you do on there, they're fit and well. But it's a huge asset, especially weather like we've just experienced the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, well, on the weather front, there's more rain around, isn't there? You know, kids are at home from school today. It hasn't quite eventuated as badly as they planned, which is obviously good. But it did force the call for Saturday's meeting here to be transferred to the Sunshine Coast Poly Track. And then as we're recording, there was a Doomben track inspection this morning to determine whether that meeting stays there or goes to Toowoomba. What are we thinking?
I'm tipping it goes to Toowoomba. Obviously, when this comes out, we'll find out. But I'd say it'll be fairly heavy Doomben, and I think we'll be going up the hill to run.
I think they'll try and race. Like if they got today, they only had 6 mil on it yesterday apparently, but
the 700 mils for the
700
week
mils
before.
might
be the
during
killer.
the week.
Might have already been done.
But they had a good day Thursday, you know. So look, they'll try and race there. Don't worry about that. And if it's a 10, they'll go around there, I'm sure. But we'd prefer if it was transferred so we can run Tyzone. He's in desperate need of a run, and he won't run on a heavy track. So that's all there is to it.
Okay. And the other option was being considered was potentially Doomben on Monday as well. So obviously we'll wait to see. And as you said, Trent, by the time this is probably out there'll be a decision. So we'll just preview the runners as though they're running, and I guess we can go from there. But before we move ahead, though, into the preview, let's recap the winners. It seems like a long time ago because obviously we didn't do a show last week, but Blackjack Boom, he went back-to-back at the Sunshine Coast for the Tricolours team, and I see he's now on top of the cutest 3-year-old performers with just 71,000 in cutest alone.
Only 71?
Well, he's 184 total, but 71,000 of that is in cutest bonus.
Okay,
Yeah, that's it.
It sort of highlights how valuable it is.
Yeah, cutest, it's a great scheme, and it does. You know, that little horse, he I think we may have spoke about him on the show at different times. He's quite plain early when he was a baby, May have even had an issue that we managed and he got through, and now he's back and he's just improved and everything was thrown at him, and he's been able to overcome. Handled those horses well the other day. Robbie rode him beautifully actually. He drew awkward, flew the barriers, beat them out. Then Robbie come back and ended up on a 3-wide line behind, I think, Ubiquitous, I think it was, and then just peeled out and went and put him away pretty quickly with a big weight. 59 kilos. The second horse had 54, I think. Give all those horses a lot of weight, and
Stormed home.
yeah, he's able to hang on and win, which was good. And I think you'll find there's still improvement in him too. He's on track for the cutest jewel here, and his first 2 runs are credit to him because he's not quite 100% yet, and lines up tomorrow, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we can talk more about him when we get into the preview. And then Trent, the other winner that we need to recap is Zumanji, who got through the heavy here on the Gold Coast on that same day on the Saturday.
Yeah, it was a good effort. Thought Noel rode her well. It's hard to remember, it was that long ago. Thought Noel rode her quite well. On a less testing track, he probably just make the others work and sit third defence, but he really dug up and made sure that nothing crossed him and nothing was going to be sort of pest value, which was quite funny because horse that sat outside him when he tried to get out into the better part of the track just kept him back down towards the inside, which was off all day. Looked a little bit hairy halfway up the running, but then he started to get stuck into her and got the best out of her. And look, she's a mare that's not, without trying to sound derogatory, blessed with a huge amount of natural ability, but what she does do is try her guts out, and she's very genuine, as we've seen. So she'll go around again next Saturday, all being well, and you'd expect her to continue to race well. She's probably just getting fit now as well.
Very good. Well,
she's another one that's is an improver too. Like, she was fairly ordinary, she wasn't as
early on.
Yeah, she was terrible early on, but just as she's 4 now, so she just keeps improving. That was a good win. That track
Was stuffed.
it was chopped up really bad. So once you get rain on the day, and the horses start to churn it up, you see the kickback. It was a mess, For her to be able to get through that, I thought it was a good effort. And as Trent said, she's nowhere near fit yet, and that would have fitted her up pretty well, I reckon.
Yeah.
On the heavy track, and as I said, she's another one that's an improver. So we'll see how far she gets. We're not sure how, whether she's Saturday grade or where she gets to, but we'll just let her progress and see what happens. But the owners have been very patient, so we'll thank them for that.
Very good. Well, good start to the prep for her anyway.
Yep.
So hopefully better things ahead. And well done to the Tricolours team with Blackjack as well. And we can talk about him shortly because let's get into the preview. Doomben / Toowoomba. You've got 3 runners entered for the program. 2 last start winners lining up in the cutest 3-year-old dual prelude. Blackjack Boom, who we mentioned, and Boho Beauty for the Strong Bloodstock team, who was an emergency, but she gets a run with scratchings at the current point, but also entered for the Gold Coast meeting, which is transferred to the
Sunshine Coast Poly.
This meeting has now been transferred to the Polys, as you just highlighted, so that race suits her a bit better. She's got no weight. She'll have Zach Lloyd to ride her with and get him with 52 kilos. So I think more than likely we'll go there. Looks a nice race for her, actually. She's drawn okay.
Good progression, sort of.
Good progression.
Sort of from a maiden straight to a 65 is
the race Saturday.
idea.
The open 3-year-old race on Saturday is a bit stiffer. I'd prefer to let her see her. We both prefer to see her progress. If she gets through this one, then straight into she could run in this one here if she got a run. That's a nice option for her. But anyhow, Saturday worked really good. Tuesday morning, that filly, she's quite sharp. Added a tongue tie to a gear. She does make a little bit of a noise, so we've done that. And I thought the most important, she's down on 52 kilos, so she's gonna look the winner somewhere, as long as there's nothing in there that's out of the box. I think she can run really well.
Okay, well, good luck to the Strong Bloodstock team with Boho Beauty. And then
Strong Bloodstock and partners.
And partners.
Caveat to that is obviously the Poly as well. Like
Yes.
hopefully she handles it. I don't see any reason as to why she wouldn't. She's on speed horse. She should get through it.
Yep, very good. Okay, and then Blackjack Boom, who is running in the 3-year-old dual prelude, how's he come on since his last win?
Yeah, he's trucking along really well. A bit of a short turnaround this time. I think all of the runs he's had previously have been quite spaced, but this one's 2 weeks, which is fine. Just means we haven't had to do a great deal with him. Worked as strong as ever on Tuesday morning. Lovely soft barrier. Goes down 1 kilo, which is great, I feel. Some trepidation, I guess, about Toowoomba if we run there, because quite often our horses go up there and don't race that well. But with the lack of, well, the wet weather and whatnot, there's not going to be any trials, so we may as well run another tighten-up run instead of going a month between runs straight into the grand final.
Into the duel,
and into the duel. He'll look the winner, for a long way. Obviously, he's going super and he's drawn beautifully. So just a matter of whether he gets around that track circumference, but he needs to run to really tighten him up for Saturday week.
Okay, well, he's in form, so good luck to the Blackjack Boom owners there, Tricolours team. Then the other runner, Toby, is Tyzone, who's entered for the Open Handicap over the 1350.
Yeah.
Kyle Wilson-Taylor aboard to help with some weight relief here, the 2 kilo claim, and we spoke about it in the show a couple of weeks back. He ran into some dead ends in that last run in the Sunshine Coast Cup.
He did, yeah. He's tracking along nicely. He's coming off quite a long spell through a torn muscle, but that seems to be behind him now, which is good. I thought he worked as good as I've seen him work here on Tuesday morning in company. He picked one up and dashed up really nicely with it. Look, if this meeting's not transferred to Toowoomba, he won't run. So if it goes to Toowoomba, then and the track's fair and equal, he'll run. But he won't run on a heavy or a soft 7 or 8 or something like that up there. I wouldn't think so. But he needs to run somewhere. Could quite possibly have a tick over trial. But I think the story of it is he is going well. His second up run was super at the Sunny Coast. You'll probably put the replay on here, I would think, and you'll see Callow, run up some dead ends. I think he ran up Hard Empire's bum, and then his horse that needs to get to the outside, and he just keeps coming. He's such a, and I've mentioned it before. He's an unlikely type horse that unassuming horse that's got such a good will to win, tries that hard, and he'll leave nothing out there. So looks a nice race for him to me. If he gets the right run, he's drawn terribly in 12s, have to go back, but he'll be hitting the line pretty strong, I think.
And that's what he does anyway, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. He's never drawn soft, like he won the Stradbroke from 20 barrier or 21 barrier, and most of his wins have been. He might have won at the Gold Coast.
On the BRC Sprint, barrier. Same kind of thing. Yeah. Blake Shin sat 3 deep on him one day and he just bloused him.
Yeah.
I think that prep too, he should have won a Wheatwood from memory up there, so he's raced.
So he's raced okay there. Yes. Jag rode him in that, didn't he? Yeah.
Okay, so bit of form to go on at the Toowoomba track, and fingers crossed for some better weather the next 24 hours if it does go up.
It'll be sweet. He's run at Thangul, Cairns, everywhere, all up and down.
Don't worry him.
All up and down the Queensland coastline, he has run. Toowoomba is not going to worry him one bit.
What a champ! What a champ, Tyzone. All right, well, good luck to connections there with Tyzone, Mr. Headley, and that's the 3 runners entered for the weekend. So obviously a bit tricky with uncertainty over meetings and where they're going, but can we find a little best bet for the people out there?
Blackjack Boom's pretty well, obviously.
He's safe, yeah.
He's
I'll go Boho Beauty
genuine.
On the poly. Give her a crack. I'll put it out there.
Righto.
I think we can bowl them over on the poly track. How good?
Well, you talked up Tyzone, so I'll go Tyzone each way.
There you go.
It'll work. 3 from 3.
There you go, 3 runners and 3 tips.
So they're all going okay. So just need a bit of luck.
Okay, very good. Well, good luck to everyone over the weekend, and stay safe, everyone out there.
Thank you.
Well done.